So I put up a tweet this morning saying that I woke up at 3 o'clock in the morning, and I do, typically, between 3 and 4. Now, most people would say, why in the bloody hell would you ever do something like that? And the reason for me is very simple. It's because in the mornings when I'm very, very creative. And so that's when I can produce more in a few hours before my son wakes up than most people produce in a day, or than a lot of people produce in a day. Now, let me give you a little bit of backstory on this, on why I do this and why it's important to me. This is not for everybody. So some of us are genetically predisposed to watch The Tribe at night while everybody else sleeps. And so some people are just not morning people. I'm a morning person. I understand this about myself, and that's why I do it. But to accommodate the schedule, you have to make certain sacrifices. So for instance, I don't actually go to sleep to an alarm. I don't wake up to an alarm. I actually go to sleep to an alarm. So my alarm goes off at 8 o'clock, and that tells me that it's time for me to go to bed. I don't usually need that because that's when my kid goes to bed, but hey, it's good to have redundancy. So if you do the math, I go to bed at 8, wake up at 3, that's 7 hours of sleep. Then from 3 o'clock in the morning till about 7 o'clock in the morning, I will do a variation of my morning routine, which is reading, running, my yard work, or I might just go straight to work depending if I have an idea that kept me up all night. Anyways, this isn't about that. The point of this is that sometimes to accommodate the things that you can't control, you have to manage the things that you can control. So what I can control is what time I go to bed. I can't control the world outside of us. I can't control the Ukraine. I can't control what Putin's going to do next. But I can control what time I go to bed. And by doing that and asserting that control over my own schedule, I say no to a lot of things. Like I cannot go out to dinner with friends because, well, I can, but I just choose not to because I know that I need 7 hours of sleep. And that will make me effective for the next day. So I say no to dinners. When I do say yes, my friends, the people that actually know me and care about me, they understand that I'm probably going to have dinner around 5 or 6 o'clock in the afternoon because there's also a certain amount of time that I don't want to eat before I go to bed so I have a good night's sleep. If you look at my other videos, then you'll notice that sleep is a huge priority for me. It prevents all kinds of things from obesity to Alzheimer's to heart disease to cancer to all kinds of other things. So sleep is very, very important to me. But this also impacts the things that I do at various points of the day. So if I'm doing creative things between 3 and 7 o'clock in the morning, then I'll stick to more administrative, kind of boring, kind of sucky things towards the end of the day. And then by 3 or 4 o'clock in the afternoon, I'm kind of spent. But that's cool because it's relatively low emotional energy to run around and play with my kids. So that's kind of how my days are mapped out. It's very, very specific. It's very intentional. And it allows me to put my aces in the right places as far as my bandwidth and emotional energy are concerned, and be the most productive that I possibly can, which I think to me would lead to happiness. And that's pretty much why I do it, is I want to be happy. Because if I'm happy, then my kid's happy, and the people around me I hope are also happy. And that's the point, right? All right, thanks, bye.